Yard haunt update. So we still got the skeletons hanging off of this little roof here with the red fire and ice light. Tonight I added a orange light over here on this scarecrow just to kind of give it a different creepy vibe. I just needed some kind of light on him, and nothing much has been going on over here. I haven't been adding much, so I decided I was going to add that. We still have the zombie here with the huge coffin with the other red fire and ice light. Still got the little tombstone right here. A tombstone with the zombie hands from Target. We got the skeleton dog and tombstone. We have this little skeleton still sitting here. I'm gonna move him eventually. I'm just not quite sure 100% what I'm gonna do with him. I got some ideas though. I want to add some more in the shrubbery. We still have this big massive dude. He is looking awesome. Hopefully here soon I can get him another huge friend if my order ever decides to show up. We have Michael Myers sitting up there. We have the Plague Doctor. We still have this pop-up zombie. Miserable Marie. This little zombie guy. I bought him last year and I just had him out here. I think he's pretty cool. He fits nice, and all it is a plastic head with a cheap shirt and some plastic hands, and I just put him on a stake and pound it in the ground and stick him down in there. And I don't know, I think it looks pretty neat, especially once the grass grows up. Still got this guy here and all these other tombstones going. Still got our awesome werewolf. I love how he looks with that little LED light. Still have our awesome flame lights going. Although I think the flame lights are losing juice already for being on for 8 hours and then 16 off. But they did turn on today, so that's a good sign. So I'm just gonna have to keep watch of that and make sure these guys don't die out too quick. All right, so my 9-volt batteries are officially done for. This guy and Michael Myers, I just turned those both on and neither one of them are lighting up real well. So good thing I just ordered some more because we're gonna have to swap those out. But heck, they lasted a week, so I'm only gonna need to use 4 more before Halloween. So I'm okay with that. Still got our grave digger here. I'm actually gonna get I just saw this tonight and I just thought about it. I have that like freshly dug grave fabric or whatever I'm gonna put here because he's talking about digging a grave. I do have him on, and I don't know why that car didn't just activate him, but he is on. But he's kind of a pain to activate, and he just goes like earlier he was just going off like crazy. We still have this guy, and we still got the Headless Horseman. The Headless Horseman is on. But I have his volume down really low, just so I didn't wake anybody up. Let's see if I can get this guy to go. I have his volume down so low because he would not stop going off when I turned him on, and now he's not going off for me. So he looks pretty good with the blue lights on him, and then when his eyes light up white, it looks pretty neat. I'm a big fan of it. So it's starting to come together here. Getting stuff turned on. I gotta make some room for some other stuff. Still debating on what to do. I want to put the Caretaker out here, but I'm not sure if I want to put him right here. But if I put him here, it's gonna hide all that. Or do I put him over there where that little dude is, right by the porch? I'm not really sure. Or I thought about adding him over here, and I'll just move some of these tombstones, because if I put him like right here, kind of where this tombstone is, or up there, because I had him kind of about right where that tombstone with the hands is. That's where I had him last year and it worked out. It's not gonna hide, obviously, a 12-foot skeleton, so I'm not too concerned with that. So I think I might just put him back where he was last year, considering there's tombstones here. But I'll show you what I added tonight. I know I was talking about it last night, but I got some army netting, which you can see here, just to cover up that extremely white lattice down there. So with this green light, you can really see it from this angle right here in the street light. So the street light lights this up really good, and this green light does too. And since there's greenery here, I just got like just typical woodland camo, so it hides that a little bit. So I'll back up. And you see it's not so bright white. Looks a little janky, but we'll deal with it. It's better than extremely bright white. But I have it back through here, underneath the steps. You can still kind of see it, but it's just not as bad. It hides it a little bit. Same with right here. Hides the edge of my porch, and it hides the lattice down below. But the only thing is, I'm like 1.5 feet short, but it's all right. But you can see the difference right there. The straight on, what it looks like versus what it looks like covered. So it hides it pretty well. I'm okay with it. I'm just curious to see what it's gonna look like tomorrow. I need to button that up there in the middle and pull it up a little bit, as I want to cover the open spot under the banister there. I'll get out here and do a street view before this car gets down this way. But as you can see, that army netting hides that really well. You can't really see it from the road here. So it is looking awesome. The lights on the archway look cool. I'm really digging how this looks. But as you can see from here, that army netting covers up quite a bit of that and hides all that, especially with the greenery off that bush and the ferns right there. So all in all, I think that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. And today I actually had to do a little bit of fixing, and I have some more fixing to do. I know yesterday I said there was a storm coming in, and I came home, and I'll insert a photo, but my scarecrow here was on the ground. He didn't make it. He completely uprooted and was face first, but luckily he didn't break, nothing happened. He just uprooted, and everything else was fine. But as you can see, by this fence post is even with the archway. This one, not so much. So this whole row of fencing blew outward, so it was leaning outward. So I got to restake this fence in because I don't want this blowing over. So it must have been some serious wind to completely uproot the scarecrow and move this fence. And it also bent the crap out of this guy, so his whole stand is bent. So I put, and he even had a brick on him, so I don't really know what happened. So luckily I put a brick on him, but he was all leaned over, he was bent, so I put a stake in his back. So my neighbors have put more stuff out and everything is on, so we're gonna jump down there and check it out. Well, scratch that. I just walked down to my neighbors and they didn't have any of their lights on. I don't know why. It's not extremely late, and usually they leave all the lights on all night long. But maybe they changed it up this year and they're only keeping it on until 10. I don't know. So I'll get out there sometime this weekend, hopefully, and catch it before 10 o'clock, I guess. And we'll see if they have the lighting on and all the animatronics on. But it was really cool. I went down there today and they had everything on and working. So I don't know if they're just doing a test run today. I don't know. But they had all the lights on. It wasn't even dark yet. So all the lights were on and the animatronics were on. So we were playing around with those. But that's going to do it for today's update. I'll get over there again sometime this weekend and give you a good comparison. Their display is really awesome looking. They have a really great setup, and I really want to show you guys what theirs looks like, because I've been showing you what mine looks like for a while. So it'd be nice to see a little bit different one. So thank you guys. I appreciate all you for watching, and I will catch you tomorrow.